I think we are in the midst of that change. First of all, we welcome competition. It's challenging us as well, and that's a good thing. On the one hand, we're having 130 years of experience, and that is very valuable. But sometimes experience might create limits as well in your thinking, and that's why we are on the path of a cultural revolution, where we open up all our frontiers and our limitations and give a lot of room for creativity, for innovation. And this combination of the experience on the one hand and out-of-the-box thinking will give us a good hand to, on the one hand, cooperate with some new companies in our automotive world, and on the other hand, compete with some new entrants to that world as well. Of course, at that time, electric, emission-free vehicles, fully autonomous vehicles will be more than a niche in our activities. They will be very important. But we still will have vehicles with combustion engines. We will have vehicles which have no autonomous functions, are potentially even not connected, because the demands on this globe are very different. And what we need in Berlin is not what we need in Nairobi or somewhere in the countryside in the States, for instance. This is not a conflict of interests. For instance, we were showing, these were only 3 units, the SLS fully battery driven, an extremely emotional car, not just because of the yellow painting it had, but because of their acceleration. We all know that electric cars can provide zero from the start off, a tremendous torque, and therefore very exciting driving experiences. I'm absolutely sure that electric cars in the future from Mercedes will be very, very cool. I certainly will have one of our new EQS vehicles, but at the same time I will enjoy vehicles from the past as well. Well, in 5 years from now, when I'm not behind the wheel myself, which I continue to enjoy a lot, I still will need a driver. But at that time, I will be able to sit in a vehicle without a driver, not everywhere. And in 10 years from now, in most places, I will be able to go with a vehicle without drivers sitting in the rear seat.